Okay, in this clip, I'm going to go over using the pistol with your strong hand and your weak hand. I have covered some of this in some other clips, but from a different angle. I'm more maybe with in a duty dress, duty attire, dressed to be on duty, in the line of duty, in official capacity, perhaps as a law enforcement officer or as a security officer. So also I was thinking about the body armor, so that when you do draw out the pistol is canted. I often talk about how you want to cant it so you don't get it caught on body armor. Here's an example of having something on like a body armor, whether you have on a black vest, a tactical vest, a body armor, a thick coat. That's why it's good when you draw a rocket pistol out like this. So you're getting into the one hand thing here. We're only able to use one hand. I'm going to put my shooting hand forward. I personally like to get to a wide stance and shoot like this. If you're one who shoots from a Weaver type stance, maybe you could be, or excuse me, a salsa type stance, maybe you'll be okay just shooting like this. I don't know, that doesn't really work for me. So I have a tendency when I shoot one hand to shoot in this manner right here. And then might as well go ahead and get into shooting from weak hand. Before I show how to draw with the weak hand, I'm going to go ahead and just say, I come back here, I'm shooting my strong hand, my left hand is tied up. In another scenario, your right hand may be injured, so you have to transition to your left hand and shoot your left hand. This is something that you want to often practice, and if somebody just comes at me, I wouldn't need to close my eyes. I can just point the pistol and shoot. If I'm trying to do a little more accuracy, I might close my right eye. Just see that front side smooth press, which is the sight line does, that front side smooth press. Okay. And now getting into how to draw with my left hand. So this holster is rather difficult to get the pistol out, as I've covered in the past. You have to rock the strap forward, push the button in, rock it back, come out like this. That can prove very difficult getting to this holster with your weak hand. I've seen this presented in classes before, and officers are sitting there like, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. If I'm injured, how do I get to this holster, this pistol? This is great to have all these retention drills, or excuse me, it's great that this has all these retention devices, but how do I get to my left hand? For us, perhaps thinner, more lanky guys, wiry, I might not even need to do anything other than reach over here and just do some practicing it, bringing that forward, push the button in, locking the pistol back, and bringing it out. Something you can do is you can roll it on your body very safely, keeping all your fingers away from all your fingers away from the trigger until you are ready to fire. And coming up here, I've gotten to the word that I've accessed the pistol with one hand. I was able to do so. Okay, putting it away wouldn't necessarily be an issue. You could tuck it in your waistband or whatever you need to do. But say you're a larger guy or you're not as flexible, and even for myself, I wouldn't really want to take the chance of trying to do all this over here with my weak hand unless I just absolutely had to. And again, with all my training and practice, it is becoming a lot easier to do exactly what I did, which is obtain this firearm from my left hand in this level 3 retention holster without doing any other adjustments. But the adjustments I'm talking about that you can do are, if you can't get rid of manipulate all these funky devices, something you can do in a heated situation. If your strong firearm hand were wounded or injured, you can get a hold of your belt, try to jerk this holster over as much as possible. If you had any use of this hand, you could use this hand to keep it here. But just for right now, hypothetically we don't, but in a heated situation, adrenaline kicking in, you probably could use this. If the arm is here at all, you could probably use it to help this pistol stay forward to get to it with your left hand. But regardless, okay. So my right hand's injured, hypothetically I can't use it at all, absolutely. So I'm going to take hold of my duty belt, and I'm just going to jerk it around, pull it around hard and fast. Try to get this pistol to as much of the center as I possibly can to access this pistol. And again, there's several ways of doing it. You might try to come around like this somehow, if this is more comfortable. That's where training comes into play, and you would experiment in trying to get your pistol out with your left hand as safely as possible, making sure the weapon is unloaded, or using a mock type pistol. But regardless, you're going to make sure that things are safe, and always practice safety number one, safety first. But I've obtained this pistol with my left hand, my weak hand. If I'm going around this way, is the best way to do it for me. I have my pistol, and I'm ready to engage the threat. So, practice a couple of trigger pulls there, makes my pistol steady. Okay? And again, if you're done, you can just tuck it in your pants, something like this, as long as it's safe. Or just hold it in a safe configuration. If you have use of your arm, you can tuck it under your arm over here. You can put it between your legs, just different things, different places to put this pistol. If you needed to have your left hand free for a while, say the threat was over, again, you have to worry about, you have to worry too much about what to do with this pistol after the threat is over, other than you don't leave it unsecured. You don't leave it where the bad guy or an innocent bystander that's untrained that might hurt themselves can come along and grab this pistol. Well, innocent or not innocent bystander. But regardless, you want to keep this pistol somewhere where it's safe, and you want to be accountable for it after the threat is over. You never know. There's a saying that when confronted by one enemy, there's a host of enemies. I think I butchered the saying, but you get the idea. Whenever you're confronted by one foe, there's oftentimes a host of enemies. So you want to be able to expect that. So once your threat is over, some people often encourage you to break, meaning you do go to low ready and you search. You want to scan your area, and not just here. And in a threat, you get very much tunnel vision. You don't want to just focus here on the tunnel vision and make yourself break and look. Then once you know that's safe, then go and look around. You go to a hard low ready here, something like this, and look all around you. Check yourself, see if you're injured. So, but again, I'm getting to other points there. The main point here is shooting with your strong hand and your weak hand, and accessing the pistol with your strong hand and your weak hand. So one more time here, at accessing the pistol, say I had use of only my right arm. Well, here I go. Accessing the pistol with my right arm. Okay? Now I have use of only my left arm. Now I access the pistol with my left arm. There's a threat. Okay, it took me a while. Maybe I can go to some cover or do some concealment while I'm trying to access my pistol. But if you need it, at least you can get to it. It's not as fast as doing, well, it's not fast either. It's not as fast as doing this. Okay, threat. Okay, threat. You see, it took me a while to get out there, but again, that's where the training comes into play. As I'm doing that, I'm learning and realizing that I need to have a little better game plan while working with my equipment, as far as perhaps which finger would I use at getting this pistol out. So here, my middle finger, that worked out a lot better. And those are the kind of things that you can discover while you train. Things that are working and aren't working. I'd rather discover right now, right here, what's working and not working than when you get out on the battlefield, so to speak. So, strong hand, one-handed shooting, okay, that's when you get to practice, and then weak hand. Okay. Most people probably don't have a holster with these many retention devices, so accessing your pistol with your left hand should be a lot easier, something you want to think about. Other considerations are carrying a backup weapon or a weapon that's easier to be accessible by your left hand, like either an ankle holster, something of that matter. But I do thank you for your time and attention. I hope this has given you some good training ideas. I wish you safe and effective training. Thank you.